Hello, thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad that you are interested in Baylor's Garland School of Social Work at Waco. I hope this presentation is going to give you a little bit more information about the School of Social Work and Waco as a whole. Yeah, dive right in. First, I want to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Jolie Carr. I'm a foundation year student. So what that means is I'm in my first year of the MSW program here at Baylor. I'm originally from Cypress, Texas, and I recently graduated from Samford University in Alabama with a bachelor's degree in communication studies and psychology. My current field placement, so the internship site that I'm at this year, is the Christian Women's Job Corps of McLennan County. So I chose Baylor for a couple of reasons. The two main ones are the small class sizes and the small cohort size that I'll be moving through the MSW program with. And the second is that Baylor teaches about the ethical integration of faith and practice. And then why have I enjoyed Baylor? Those same two reasons have really been amazing. I feel like the small class sizes have really helped me build community here. And then I've loved what I've learned so far about ethically applying faith and practice. And I feel like that's just a really useful tool to have moving forward in my social work career. And then another big reason why I've loved Baylor is the professors. Every professor I have has truly cared about each individual's learning experience and tried to make it the best for them as a person. So now my friend Natalie is going to introduce herself. She'll be helping out with the rest of this presentation.
Hello, my name is Natalie, and I am in my second year of the MSW program on the clinical track. I'm originally from Aurora, Illinois, and I did my undergrad at the University of Illinois with majoring in human development and family studies. My current field placement this year is at the Cove, which works with youth who are experiencing homelessness. And then I was interested in Baylor because of the small class sizes and having a cohort to go through the program with. And then also, as Jolie said, I wanted to learn how to ethically integrate faith into practice, whether that's my own faith or working with clients of various faiths. And then as I've been at Baylor for over a year now, I've really loved my professors and the care they have for us as students, but also outside of class as individuals. And then for our time today, we will be talking about Waco and what there's to do and what it has to offer, places to eat, coffee shops. We'll talk a little bit about housing and transportation of Waco and getting around. And then we'll talk about Baylor, the MSW program, field placements, and the concentrations you can pick, and then some question and answer time.
All right, so first up on our agenda, we're going to talk about things to do in Waco. If you're like me, you probably feel like Waco has nothing to do. But when I moved here, I realized there is so much to do in Waco. So first we have the Cameron Park and Zoo. I absolutely love Cameron Park. It is beautiful, my absolute favorite place in Waco. It sits along the Brazos. There's all these beautiful cliffs and hiking trails and all sorts of stuff to do there. I love going up there to watch the sunset. But then there's also things like the Dr. Pepper Museum, the Magnolia Silos, and everything that Chip and Joanna Gaines have with Magnolia right now. There's the Brazos River, the farmers market every weekend, BSR Cable Park, which has these massive slides and a lazy river and beach area and all sorts of stuff. And then there's the Hippodrome, which is an old movie theater here, and Homestead Heritage.
Different things you can do at Baylor and on campus. Sporting events are really fun at Baylor, and right now we're pretty good in football, basketball. Sing is a musical competition between different Greek life and other campus organizations. It's very big, and once you are at Baylor, you will realize it is very important to the Baylor community. There's different homecoming activities. Lady and Joy are the two bears you can see. They are real live bears on campus, and you can go and visit them. They have an Instagram page so you can see when they are out. And there's also Christmas on 5th Street, which is a fun Christmas night with different Christmas festivities in December. Campus is beautiful just to walk around, especially when the weather's nice. There's tons of places to sit outside. And then the Baylor Marina is a place for students where they can go and rent a kayak, canoe, paddleboard, and get out on the water on campus.
All right, so places to eat. Waco is not short of coffee shops or restaurants. Just to list a few coffee shops, there's Dichotomy, Pinewood, Lighthouse, Common Grounds, and so many more. And a lot of these make really great study spots as well as just, a good place to meet a friend or something. And there are tons of restaurants in Waco. Basically, any kind of food you can want, you can find it in Waco. Just a few examples of big places to go in Waco are Torchy's Tacos, Barry's, Magnolia Table, Guest Family Barbecue, and Waco Classic George's. There are so many other options. It's honestly kind of overwhelming the amount of food choices that you have here.
For housing, there are a couple options. Baylor does have graduate housing, which is Browning Square in the Quadrangle. They are on campus and specifically for graduate students. There are also multiple apartment complexes on campus, around campus, and a drive away from campus, whatever your preference is. And then there's also apartments and loft style living downtown Waco, which is right by the School of Social Work. And then there's a couple of different ways you can find a roommate. Baylor has different housing pages for undergrad, grad, where you can post if you're looking for a roommate or message someone else who posted. In the spring, summer, there'll be a discussion board on Canvas, which is the system Baylor uses for courses online. And there'll be a specific social work spot for you to post if you're looking for housing or a roommate. And you can also email Morgan Stray Glow that you're looking for a roommate, and she can get you in contact with others. I have done all three of these options, and they have all worked out for me.
Yeah, just to kind of go off of what Natalie said, I found my current roommates on Facebook, and it could not have worked out better. We just randomly decided to live together, and it's gone really well. So, got lots of options there. So, why Baylor? Why the social work program here? First major reason Natalie and I both mentioned influenced us to come here, and that is the small class sizes. I would say for my class on average is probably like 13 to 15 students, which is pretty small. You get a lot of good discussion-based course time. And we also have the clinical and community specializations, which we're going to talk a little bit about in our next slide.
Another thing is we've talked about is the professors. They are very, as it says, caring. They care about you as students, as individuals. They're always willing to meet with you outside of class to talk about class or just social work questions or just about life. They're always there and available to meet with you. Also, the social work school has a competency of being able to ethically integrate faith into practice. And so that's something that's talked about in classes, something you will practice doing at your field placement. Yes.
Another really great thing about Baylor is that we have an extremely high pass rate for the social work licensing exam. It's well above average. And we also have a lot of good financial aid opportunities that are offered on an individual basis. There are opportunities for graduate assistantships, scholarships, as well as tuition remission.
Two other things that are an opportunity for students but are optional is there is a mentor program where you can be paired with a professor at the School of Social Work, and that's primarily if it's something you want to do, and then you can explain your interest, and they will try their best to match you with a professor who is in that area of practice. And you have the option to do this each semester, so you don't need to do it right away your first semester, or you can do it every semester. And then concentrations, we'll talk a little bit more on the next slide, but they are optional ways to specialize the practice you want to do. So as we talked about, specializations and concentrations, they are different. Specializations are something you will pick before your advanced year, the semester before you enter your second year or the advanced year, you will pick a specialization. And that is clinical, which is healthcare settings, working with interdisciplinary teams, doing case management, mental health assessments, and treatments. And then community is a very macro specialization. So you're working with public and nonprofit organizations, communities, congregations, other religiously affiliated agencies. And this is really a macro setting. So you're working with the agency as a whole and not so much with clients one-on-one, where the clinical specialization is very micro focused. And then concentrations, these are optional, and then these you will also not start till the advanced year. And they are diversity, gerontology, congregational social work, trauma, or an integrated behavioral health. And these are all things that you can look into, talk to professors about, and see if one of these would be a good fit.
All right, so another major component of Baylor's social work program is the field placement aspect. So one really great aspect of this is that these placements are all year. You're not there just for a semester, a couple of months. You get to be there for a full year to really learn from your field instructors, task supervisors, and potentially build relationships with your clients depending on which organization you're at. Baylor works with a wide variety of agencies. Some of these are listed on the screen that you will see, as well as the ones that Natalie and I work with. And there are so many more. There are hospitals we work with and all sorts of other different agencies. Basically, if it's a field of social work, we have some sort of agency that sort of fits into that field. And then we also have the field seminar class, which goes alongside the field placement. So you'll take this course during the semester that you're doing your field placement. And during the semester, you will talk about different things going on at your field placement. You get to learn from your fellow students and really just dive into your field placement fully so that you can gain as much as you can out of that experience. All right, so that is all that we have for you today. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to answer those. You can contact us at swo@baylor.edu, and someone will be in touch with you very shortly. We are so glad again that you are interested in Baylor's Garland School of Social Work. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.